Hello and welcome. In today's episode, I want to talk about how to make sure that you understand your target audience when using and developing ads on Facebook. And there are a couple different tools that you can use to really fine tune and create custom audiences to really find your target. One of them is Audience Insights, and you can go in here and you can actually create custom saved audiences based on who you're trying to target. So let's say in the United States, I was trying to target parents. I can do that. You can also do things if you're trying to find like what kind of interest somebody says. So let's say someone is interested in CNN and I want to find some other targets. I can go and click page likes and see what they're following. So people who follow CNN, they're following these kind of categories up here, and you can add these to your saved audiences. And you can also go down and find different page likes of individuals and public pages that people are following who also follow CNN. And you can do that for anything in here. Now, Facebook has been removing targeted based interests as well as demographics in the last 9 months, and it's getting to be harder and harder to target certain demographics, income levels, job descriptions, all that kind of stuff. It's really more interest based. Or it's becoming more and more interest based, but you can still do some good targeting in there. And then the other thing, when you actually start to go into which example do I want, and you can actually go into here. So this is a saved audience, but you can target different interests and everything like that. But what I wanted to actually show you, this is going to be a draft, is you can go in here and you can just start typing in here. So we could say parents, and it'll come up as parent as an interest, but be sure to watch interest versus job titles versus demographics, because in this case, you would actually want the demographics. You can go in here and you can go for suggestions, and then Facebook will start giving you suggestions of people of topics and segments of their audience based on what you already chose. You can also hit browse and start to just browse through here to give yourself an idea of like, you can go based on education. The only thing to keep in mind is, especially with some of these demographics, more than interest and behaviors, but the demographics especially, the data is accurate in there, but they don't have the data on everybody. So especially when you're doing local targeting, I see this mistake a lot. People will start to get really, really targeted if they're trying to do ads on a local level. And what they end up doing is getting their audience to be so small that the algorithm can't actually work. The algorithm works based on data. So when an ad is running, the people who are engaging with that ad sends information back to the algorithm, and then the algorithm shows that ad to more people who already engaged with the ad. By getting too narrow in your audience size and your potential audience definition up in here, you can actually do yourself more harm than good. So on a local level, the most that you ever want to use as targeting is the locations, age, and gender and languages. 99% of the time, you don't need to be bringing in detailed targeting at a local level. You just want the algorithm to do the job. And it's a very intelligent algorithm, and you have to start to trust it. We're not smarter than the algorithm. Once upon a time, the algorithm, like back in 2013, 2014, needed a little bit more help, so to speak, but we don't have to do that anymore. So that's the biggest thing. And then when you're picking your audience, make sure that you're selecting between 500,000 to 3 million if you're targeting a cold audience. The other thing that you can always do is that if you already have a following on Facebook, you on Facebook, if you have your pixel on your website, if you have an email list, is you can create custom audiences and target them, but you can also do something called a lookalike. So you can go into the audience section of the Ads Manager and you can actually create what we call lookalike. So if you upload your email list, which is people we know who are actively interested in what you provide, you can go in here and actually create a lookalike audience, and it will take that email list that you've already uploaded and find people who are similar to in whatever country or countries that you want to target. And this can be very, very powerful to find new clients, customers, followers that are similar to the type of people who are already interested in you. Now, if you're uploading an email list, I like about 500 people in the email list before I upload it, just so that there's enough. They won't be able to match everybody, but we want to try to match some of them. But anything less than that, and it kind of gets a little weak. The more the merrier. With almost everything within any algorithm, the more the merrier. So hopefully you've learned something from this, and hopefully you enjoy it. Be sure to like, follow, and share. Leave any comments if you have any questions, and you can always find me over at tribalmarketer.ca. Thanks, everyone.